Man, here, second basketball practice for you guys, Ronnie. My first one of the year. Obviously, got everybody coming back. A lot of expectations. And then I know you got a trial going on right now. But how's the team looking right now?
They're really excited, as you can tell from the noise around us. They're boisterous. They're ready to get back and try to get this thing out of, try to maybe redeem ourselves a little bit this year and try to get out of, not bring that up, maybe bring something else up here. So we'll have this every day as a reminder for us, where we fell short of this year. But that's not going to win it. But those things like that are going to ultimately, hopefully, lead us to have a better year.
And you bring her up, a lot of people kill for that. Now, I know that probably wasn't your goal last year.
Yeah, absolutely.
So it's almost like it's just a reminder to those kids, I guess, what they didn't get done.
Yeah, and
not many programs can put that out as I don't want to say it's a bad thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, for us it is a bad thing. With the team we have and how much hard work we put, how much they've worked on their games and the expectations of our program, it absolutely is a disappointment. Maybe 20 years from now you can look back and say it wasn't, but right now it's 100% disappointment. Everybody feels that across the board. We're going to fight back to hopefully bring it back and bring one back here to Shady and get another state championship. That's kind of our mantra this year is one goal only, and that's to win a state championship.
I've talked to coaches that say they don't have any superstars. Some coaches that maybe have one. You got a whole team of guys that probably in any other situation would be the man.
Yeah.
But they've learned to work together. Nobody's going to probably average 25 points here. I mean, you got so many guys. You can only play 5 guys.
Yeah.
But you got 2 guys coming back who were injured. One guy was a starter. Brady Green never got the chance because he was hurt in football season. You got 3 guys that came off the bench predominantly for you. That's 10 guys, Ronnie. That's a lot of guys. I mean, have you been going over it all summer, how you're going to work this?
Oh, yeah. Rich get richer. We're in a great situation. I have no room to complain. Our program has no room to complain. I feel blessed to have the talent, the wealth of talent we have. We're so deep. We're deeper than 10. But to have those 2 back, I know you wanted me to talk about those 2 specifically. I've thought about it all summer, It's exciting. People say, oh, you don't have enough balls to go around. But you know what? I'd rather have that problem than not have that problem. So,
real quickly on some other guys, the Chapman signed with Tech.
Yep.
It looks like a good fit for them. What are your feelings on that? Now they got that out of the way, you don't have to worry about that anymore.
I'll tell you, West Virginia Tech got a heck of a deal on those 2 because those are 2 of the best players in the state for the past 3-4 years. And, they're going to come in and make an immediate impact. And, college coaches that wanted them, there was a lot that wanted them and maybe passed on them. They're going to regret it because they're going to have very successful careers. I'm excited for West Virginia Tech to get them and watch them play here. We'll be supporting them at home. And I think it's going to draw a lot of the community people still support Braden and Cole.
You and I, we chatted the other day briefly, and you were telling me, you've already heard, and I know I have, Amar Maxwell is a guy that could be in the player of the year discussion next year.
Yeah.
I mean, he could do it this year.
Yeah.
But he's definitely going to probably be in there next year. It's always been with him. He just hasn't quite understood it. And he's very young for a junior.
Yes, he
I don't
is.
even think he has a
really should be a sophomore, age-wise, yeah.
How do you get across to him how good he can be? Or is he starting to finally believe it?
I mean, I think the talk needs to be done. Amar knows what he's got to do. He knows that this is his year. He's young, but he's old in playing days because he's had a lot of varsity experience. I mean, he's played in more games. You look at a state tournament run the last 2 years, you play a quarter of an extra season. I mean, you're playing sectionals, regionals, and state championship for the past 2 years. You're playing what? Yeah, that's half a season. So he's going on experience. He's ready to go. He's chomping at the bit. He's one I look forward to make huge strides, and saying that from the year he had last year. So he's a leader. I think he's going to be more aggressive on the offensive and defensive end. I think you're going to see a big jump from him this year.
2 guys who were starters last year, and I guess they'll go in there, definitely Jade Holstein. You got a guy who was a all-stater in track or in cross country, a guy who was an all-stater in baseball. I mean, these are athletes that you're rolling out there. Cam Nance and Jaden Holstein.
I mean, Cam and Jaden, they're athletes. Cam didn't play football this year. Wanted to be healthy. That was his decision. He wanted to be healthy for football. For basketball. I know it was a tough decision for him because he's played football his whole life, but he's here. We're excited to have him. He's big part of what we're going, whether we're successful or not. And he's excited. I mean, this is the most excited I've seen him in 3 years.
He came out today.
Yeah, he's excited.
Yeah.
So, and Jaden speaks for herself. His hard work, intensity, his intangibles he brings to the floor. I mean, I don't ever get tired of answering questions about these guys.
No
because
big man runs the floor
I've ever played with or
coached.
And, you know, he faced a tough opponent in Fairmont with a big kid last year, but I'll tell you what, Jaden's up for the challenge, and he's never going to get tired, and I look for big things out of Jaden again this year. He's always going to be Mr. Reliable, Mr. Consistent, so I'm excited.
Sam Jordan is the guy who's been with you for
Sam.
years now.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a kid who started some games in his career. Having a guy like that off the bench must be nice.
I mean, Sam could go start at other schools, about every school around here. You know, he'd go start at probably 90% of the schools in West Virginia. And to have him here, and he understands and he accepts his role, you know, he's been a big part of what we've done. And I appreciate his hard work, his dedication to me personally and our program. So, you know, he's one that's going to be in the rotation because you can't replace the hard work and effort he does. That's what we build our program in. Hard work and effort. If you can't buy into that, then, you know, you just can't play here.
Two guys who probably got a chance, maybe one before he should, another guy who's been with you too, are Gavin Davis and your son, Ronnie Olson.
Yep.
He had injuries last year, we'll get to in a minute, but those are guys who got a chance to maybe get in a rotation before they maybe would have had they not been injured.
Yeah, I mean, those two definitely had a great freshman year, but Gavin works hard. You know, what he lacks in skill, he's going to make up for in effort and energy. And Kai is a great offensive player. I mean, he's well beyond, you know, his talent level. But, you know, my main thing is those two can play. But, you know, what you did last year isn't going to matter what you do this year because it's a new year, and I truly mean that with these guys. They're going to hear more about that tomorrow from me. The ones that make the team, you know, just because what you did last year has no input on what this year. We're starting from new, and we might have a whole new starting lineup. You know, it's up to them. I don't pick them; they pick themselves.
Well, Jack Williams started for you last year.
He absolutely did.
In 4 games, he got hurt down at Logan and messed his knee up. Was done for the season. How's he coming back? What's he looking like? I know both these guys, he and Brady, got the knee braces on.
Yeah, Jackie looks good, as good as he can. I mean, for having that type of injury, he's moving up and down the floor well. Still a mental thing, you know. I mean, he, you know, but I give him a month, a couple weeks, he's going to be back 100%. Health-wise, he's back 100%. But the mental and the keep up with the game, speed, he's going to be tough to deal with in another month. And Brady the same way. Brady, you know, he's a bigger kid, so it's going to take him a little bit more to adjust. I know he's been a little down on himself because he expects to be here. And Brady had a chance to start last year too, right before he had the injury. And he's coming back from his injury, and I think he's going to be a big part of the rotation when he's back. He's moving up and down the floor well. His is another mental thing. But once he's back, man, we are going to be tough. Whether they start or come off the bench, they're going to be a big part of us when we're trying to win another state championship, both of them.
A guy much like yourself joined the staff, Radford.
Yeah.
Who's been around the elementary, been around the middle school kids. What's he bring to the program?
I'm excited about, you know, Coach Bradford. He brings a lot of, you know, knowledge to the game. You know, he's hands-on coach. He's coached about every single one of these kids he's coached. He knows the game inside and out. There's not another coach in the area that I would put their resume up and knowledge with Coach Bradford. He knows exactly what he's doing. He has a different role this year because he's not a head coach. He gets to coach a JV, and he gets to help me develop the kids because it's really important for our younger guys to get developed this year. So I'm excited about the addition to him. Him and I worked together in middle school. He was my assistant coach. I hired him when I was there. So we've worked together before, and you know, so I'm excited to add him to the staff.
A lot of enthusiasm and energy here, Ronnie. Was it like this last year, day 2? I think I might have been here. I don't remember.
I think they were excited, but I think this year they know this is it for them, and I think they are just pumped about redeeming themselves this year. They're always excited, but they're super pumped about being in the gym this year.
How much is that? How fun is that schedule going to be? You got together. You got the single A state champion. You got the runner-up in double A. You've got the state champion that you lost to in Fairmont on the schedule. Some great triple A or 4A teams, and you got a trip to Florida with a bunch of great teams down there. Some nationally ranked teams, I understand.
Nationally ranked teams, some of the best teams out of Georgia, Kentucky, state runners-up. You know, I mean, it's going to be a heck of a schedule. I don't expect to go win 20 in a row, 22 in a row, whatever it was last year. That's not the intentions of the schedule we made. Our intentions of the schedule we made are to be battle tested, to be ready for that state championship, state semifinal, whatever that tough game is. Officials, game management, whatever it is that we have to face, we're going to be battle tested. We're going to be and see it all. So
Does that mean that you're going to understand to be accepting of losses?
yeah, well, I mean, we go in every game of want to win, but if we lose, you know what? That was the intent. I really don't. Now we want to win every game, but those teams down there, you got 4-star recruits. You know, we're going to play, and they have a lot of games. They start Kentucky, Florida. They've already started their season a month and a half ago. So
You know how many games you got to win at the end of the season to win it,
Yeah.
right? You got to win 6,
yeah,
I guess.
6. That's it. We don't need to go
Actually,
22-0. We need to go 6-0, 5-0 to win a state championship, and that's our only goal. And you'll hear from me all year is one goal and one goal only.
And the trophy will be everywhere you got to go.
Everywhere we go, we're gonna bring it with us. I just want a reminder. And
You set it on your desk every day.
it was in my
class?
classroom every day up until yesterday. And
Stays in
it's
here
in my
now?
office. Every day after practice, we lock it up and we bring it out here and put it on display.
Yeah, I mean, you told me we'll definitely go to Charles.
Yeah, it would definitely. I don't know about road games or whatever, but it will be going to Charleston.
Home games?
We'll see.
Hey, Ronnie, I appreciate
All
it,
right,
man.
Dave, thanks.
Thank you.